Hi. So, on Sunday we have the CAPF exam, which many of you might have appeared for. We have given you the first look analysis of the CA paper, in which I talked about how exactly was the paper. Was it tougher? Yes, it was, right? But majority of the candidates generally are, okay sir, it's all fine, but what do you think, what will be the cutoff? Right, so straightforward question is, what will be the cutoff, which is not a straightforward, actually it's a tough one, because you cannot say by looking at around 10 to 20 candidates, right? It needs a complete generalization, because number of aspirants are increasing day by day, and I mean that serious aspirant, the good aspirants who has adequate knowledge to clear any exam. So it's a vague question, right? But in fact majority of the students ask this, and it's a general curiosity which is amongst the aspirants, and many of the coaching has put up as well. I don't know what is the the cutoff put up by the other ones, but if I talk about some of the good students, which I expect that they can be in the list, and when we talk to some of the average candidates, of course there are some serious qualified candidates, right, this time as well, and who are writing CAPF exam. And if I talk about some of the candidates who appeared for civil services as well and write the CAPF. So I considered all this complete scenario, all permutation and combination, and I feel that there are some factors which majority might have gave a miss, right? शायद आपने जब कट ऑफ पे ध्यान डाला होगा, शायद कुछ चीजों को होता नहीं, सारे डायमेंशन देख नहीं पाते. So I would like to add some dimension when we analyze what should be in general the safe score. I generally talk about safe score. I don't talk about exactly cutoff, because nobody can tell you what will be the exact cutoff, right? So if I talk about safe score, there are some things which I keep in mind while talking about paper 1. That is, maths and science were easier, yes, but number of reasoning, that is mental ability or maths question, were little number in comparison to the previous one. There are around 16 to 17 maths and mental aptitude question. So that means जितने इसके questions कम हुए, maths वालों को edge थोड़ा कम हो गया. But by default, the candidates who prepare for civil services or SSC are nowadays preparing for mathematics as well as the reasoning section CSAT, right? तो आजकल ये बहुत किसी का weak नहीं होता, सबका ठीक होता है लगभग. Science, yes, comparatively it was tougher than the previous one, but number of science questions were more. Easy थी science, but earlier the number of questions in CAPF used to be 22, but now it was around 27, right? So number of science question has increased. It means that chances of attempting more question has increased. If I talk about the average attempts, there are candidates who has when we put up the questionnaires or maybe polls in the Telegram group, you look upon the majority of candidates will say that somewhat 75 to 90 के बीच में, कोई कहेगा 75 to 80 के बीच में. So I found कि majority who are the serious one has quoted around 82 to 88, right? ठीक ठाक ही है, बहुत बुरा नहीं है. Current affairs was easy, right? So that means इसमें स्कोर आने के चांसेस थे. साइंस के क्वेश्चन ज्यादा, इसलिए इस सेक्शन में ओवरऑल स्कोर ज्यादा होगा. But history was tough. Of course, a detailed analysis or detailed study was required to answer those questions. Now there are some factors which has not been considered or generally neglected by students. I feel this is one of the factor, that is delay in the exam. As the exam was delayed or postponed to December, you can say the candidates got time to prepare well, right? जब time मिलेगा तो बच्चे मेहनत करने वाले हैं आजकल. They might have, because जो select होने वाले वो कर ही रहे हैं मेहनत. We don't care about the 60,000 people, right? So the only concern is about the top, around 6,000, 4,000 people जो कि serious होते हैं, वो करते ही हैं मेहनत. The second is that close to civil service exam अभी हुआ आपका अक्टूबर में, right? So there are many candidates who might have written the civil services and have applied for CAPF, because pattern लगभग सेम होता है. तो पहले भी ऐसा होता था कि CAPF में बच्चे ट्राई करते थे, जो सिविल सर्विस वाले भी हैं, टू हैव ए लुक कि व्हाट एक्चुअली वेयर एक्चुअली दे स्टैंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ यूपीएससी एग्जाम, राइट? तो सिविल सर्विस के बाद है, मतलब अगर हम सिविल सर्विस के डेट को बेंचमार्क माने या सीडीएस के डेट को बेंचमार्क माने, तो अब तक बच्चों की तैयारी लगभग हो चुकी थी. कुछ ना कुछ उन्होंने करंट अफेयर्स ऐड किया होगा, या फिर इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी रिलेटेड कुछ क्वेश्चंस जो है ऐड किए होंगे, जिनकी तैयारी उन्होंने की होगी. दैट मींस द क्लोजनेस टू द सिविल सर्विस एंड सीडीएस, दैट मींस द एस्पिरेंट्स were more serious, that means cutoff ऊपर, right? Delay in exam, all these factors are leading to the higher cutoff, apart from the history, tough question and economics, right? जो सब्जेक्ट वाइज है उसमें कुछ फैक्टर्स हो सकते हैं जिनके कारण कट ऑफ कम हो, बट बाकी जो फैक्टर्स आप देख रहे हो, दिस ऑल आर एक्चुअली लीडिंग टू द राइज इन कट ऑफ. लास्ट बट नॉट द लिस्ट, कोविड एरा. Right, so COVID is responsible for the rise in cutoff. I feel so. Reason, now there are a lot of people who might have got out of the job, right, including many faculties as well, right. So that means now instead of looking up a corporate sector or maybe the teaching or etc jobs, now people are starting looking for a safe one, the safe side play, government jobs. Government jobs charms will increase after this COVID era, right, because at any cost you will be getting salaries, perks, incentive, whether it is in COVID era or non-COVID era, right. That means अब जो लोग होंगे वो गवर्नमेंट जॉब के प्रति ज्यादा भागेंगे. इवन आफ्टर द कैंपस प्लेसमेंट देयर आर मेनी बीटेक कैंडिडेट्स, बहुत सारे अच्छे कॉलेज वाले, एलीट कॉलेज, दोज हु आर रैंक बिटवीन 10,000 इन जेईई मेंस, 20,000 इन जेईई मेंस, राइट. चंडीगढ़ के कॉलेज के हो चाहे दिल्ली के हों, दे आर राइटिंग दिस एग्जाम. द सैलरी इन गवर्नमेंट इज क्वाइट गुड. And this COVID has given us an idea that government job is safe, secure with a high salary, right. Even the IIM placements has been hampered by the COVID, right. इस time IIM में applications भी कम गए हैं CAT के एग्जाम में. So this government charm को जो बढ़ा है, इसके कारण भी कट ऑफ ज्यादा होएगी, right. Now these are the factors which will lead to the increase in cutoff, apart from the subject wise some factors which can lead to slightly decrease. But what will be the overall cutoff, right? What can be the safe zone? So I'm going to write down the safe zone. I feel anyone who is greater than 118 plus might be in safe zone. Even 118 is slightly boundary, but I feel that cutoff will be slightly higher. So if I take 118 plus minus 4 आप कर सकते हो maximum, but if you are 122 plus, that means you will definitely qualify the paper 1, right? But किस ऐसा कोई नंबर जिससे कि नीचे, इफ यू आस्क मी कि ओके व्हाट विद द बॉटम मोस्ट बेंचमार्क, आई फील दैट द स्कोर 11 बिलो 115 विल बी डेंजरस. 115 विल बी डेफिनेटली अ टफ नट टू क्रैक, बिकॉज 115 काफी बच्चों के आ ही रहे हैं, बिकॉज ओवरऑल उन्होंने अच्छा कर लिया, राइट. कुछ सेक्शन टफ होने का मतलब ही नहीं, तो ओवरऑल स्कोर देखा जाता है, दैट मीन्स कि इतने बच्चों के आ रहे हैं. सो 115 इज नॉट ए सेफ जोन. आई फील 118 प्लस इज अ गुड स्कोर. इसके बियॉन्ड आपने अच्छा किया, मतलब यू आर इन द पेपर 1 में आप अच्छा खासा कर चुके हैं, राइट. देयर आर सम कैंडिडेट्स हु आर गेटिंग 136 एज वेल, 127 एज वेल. दैट इज नॉट अ बिग डील, बट 118 इज कंसिडरेबल, राइट. सो दिस वाज द कट ऑफ फॉर पेपर 1. नाउ टॉक अबाउट पेपर 2. Everybody has written every question answer in paper 2. Reason, the topics of the essay reports all were quite general. In fact, subjective questions are general. If you look over the civil services paper of paper 1 or paper 2, there is a particular topic related question. If you talk about history, there will be topic related. Art and culture, topic related. But these are general. Essay, essay related topic, threats to the internal security of India. Now this is quite general, but had you written the multi-dimensional answer, that is important. आप लिखोगे it is very necessary for India and you keep talking about only Naxal. Like no, Naxal is not the only problem in terms of internal security. There might be others one as well. Had you written the multi-dimensional answer, that is important. Whenever the copies are reviewed, they are given a model answer, right? Points, and they look upon the points as well. Even if you have written the best possible answer, you will be getting around 60% of the marks. But if you have generalized it, of course the marks will be less. Sometimes you get around 20% or 15% of the mark, right? Important ये है कि जब भी topic general होता है, whenever the topic is general one, chances of getting good marks are less. Now everybody is talking about, in fact we in our coaching as well given notes from the Yojana magazine, the points related to the impact of farm bills on the farmers, etc. So you need to talk about the multi-dimension. You cannot say that protesting, etc, etc, then these things are not considered to be the answer, right? You have to talk about what will be the effect on the farming union, what will be the effect on cooperative society, what will be the effect in terms of inflation, what will be effect in terms of PACs. PACs is the agriculture related जो elections committees होते हैं पंचायत में, right? तो multi-dimensional answer was required. But if you have written a single dimensional focused answer and you are expecting that yes, you have filled up on the copies and you are expecting good marks, I don't think it's going to take place. General topics always have less marks. तो आप इस चीज को ध्यान रखना. फिर important ये होगा कि the person who has done grammatical section correct will have an edge, right? So it's up to you what you have written, right? It's not MCQ, so nobody is going to say what exactly you have written in that, but you need to have multi-dimensional approach in order to have a good score. That's the reason majority of the candidates, when they write up the answer and they're coming out of the exam, I have written everything, but when they get the score sheet, right, in the after final, they find it I was not in the list. Reason, that's it. आपने सब लिखा फिर भी कुछ कमी रह गई, right? उसका reason यही है, and you need to work upon the different. Yojana is the best possible magazine for such kind. They give a deep introspective answers for any of the general topic written by the secretaries of India, right? And due care रखा जाता है, उसमें सारी analysis होती है. That is the best possible source for this paper too. So keeping my note that 118 is safe, 118, anything above 118 is safe, right? 115 definitely इससे कम expected नहीं है. As per now of course the cutoff prediction नहीं होती, it's a safe score which we feel. हो सकता है कम ज्यादा हो, तो जिनके कम हो ज्यादा हो, don't get demoralized, right? सब कुछ अच्छा, आपने जो लिखा सब अच्छा है, right? So chill करो, enjoy करो, आप अपना तैयारी करते रहिए, बाकी जो भी है. Thank you, all the best.